ওয়েলকাম টু মুভিটা ইন মন্ট্রিয়াল। আমি মৌমিতা, আর আজকে আমি কথা বলবো মন্ট্রিয়ালে আমার সোফার এক্সপিরিয়েন্সেস নিয়ে, অ্যান্ড ইটস মোস্টলি অ্যাবাউট পিপল অ্যান্ড হাউ আই মেট দ্যাম অ্যান্ড হাউ ইট মেড মি ফিল লাইক। সো আজকের ভিডিওটা আমি ব্ল্যাক অ্যান্ড হোয়াইটে বানাচ্ছি বিকজ আই এম মেকিং দিস ভিডিও অন মাই ম্যাকবুক প্রো। ইয়া, আই এম flexing a bit. I don't know if it's called flex because I have a MacBook Pro. আমার ফোন একদম জায়গা নেই because I'm still using my Android phone, and ওইটা লিটারালি 1% স্পেস আছে। আমাকে রাত দিন 24 ঘন্টা বলতে থাকে টু ক্লিন আপ দ্য স্পেস। সো আই থট যে আই বেটার মেক দিস ভিডিও অন মাই ম্যাকবুক প্রো, ওয়াই নট। অ্যান্ড তার সাথে সাথে দেখা যাবে এটার ক্যামেরাটা কীরকম। সো ইয়া, সো আমি এটাতে ব্ল্যাক অ্যান্ড হোয়াইট ফিল্টার লাগাইছি বিকজ কিছু অনেক কিছু আছে আই ডোন্ট লাইক দ্যাট। আমি এগুলো এত গুছাতেও পারবো না। I live alone in the studio, so it's hard to keep everything organized because it's really small. তো যেটা নিয়ে আজকে কথা বলবো সেটা হচ্ছে মন্ট্রিয়াল আমার এক্সপিরিয়েন্সেস কীরকম সোফার। সো আই উড সে মন্ট্রিয়াল আমার এক্সপিরিয়েন্স হলো ভালো মন্দ দুইটাই আছে, বাট আই লাইক টু লুক অ্যাট দ্য পজিটিভ সাইডস, অ্যান্ড আই উড সে যে I have found more good people than I have found bad people. Yeah, I do have some experiences which I wish I didn't encounter, but overall our experiences pretty good. People are pretty helpful and they really try to help. I would say strangers. I have met like really good people who became my friends really soon, and some of them are like not even from here. So they were like also immigrants, but now they're just Canadian because the procedure. So I would say that people are nice, and most of the people are nice, even the Bengali community, because I got to know a lot of Bengali people because of the temple that I went in Durga Puja, and I met a lot of good people. And you see me dressed up kind of, so I'm just coming from an event at the temple. Like, there was a cultural event. I got asked for like hosting or anchoring a portion of it, so it was really nice. People are really nice, and I would say that I feel more comfortable to reach out to people than being in Bangladesh, because I don't know why. People seem more friendly or like reliable, because I just feel more safer. That's what I would say. One thing that I would really like to mention, that people are more like reliable or trustworthy here. I don't know if it's my mindset, but I feel the vibe like you can trust them. So that's one thing for me, like for sure. And I don't know how come I got so shameless. I literally ask for help to anyone, like strangers, like for anything. Like I always ask for directions because আমি রাস্তাঘাট মনে রাখতে পারি না. And sorry for my Banglish, but as I make this contents for both of the people, like for international community and for Bengali community, so I mix the languages so that both parts can understand few of them. Thank God I don't speak French that well. Otherwise French mix করে দিতাম. Maybe that will happen soon also. So যেটা আমি বলতেছিলাম, I mean like what I was saying, it's actually hard to jump from one language to another or whatever. So I'm a bit caffeine high though. I had a big shot of latte. So what? Yeah, it was latte, but it had a lot of black coffee. But so I'm caffeine high. So, and it's also almost 3 in the morning. So yeah, but I really felt like sharing this কারণ আমি হচ্ছে মন্দিরে গিয়ে অনেকগুলো মানুষের কাছে আমি randomly help চাইছি, and they're also willing to help, because when they say that you are an international student and you're living on your own and you are away from your family, and like everything is like totally new to you and you're just trying to survive, I mean like that adjustment period is a big thing, and it is a big thing for me as well. So they are like really kind, really helpful, and they really try to do like best as they can. So আমি বলবো আমার experience so far good, and I feel more comfortable here asking for help even from strangers because আমি সবসময় রাস্তা ভুলে যাই টু বি অনেস্ট ম্যাগিল ইজ আ বিগ ইউনিভার্সিটি অ্যান্ড আমার অ্যান্ড্রয়েডের গুগল ম্যাপের যে অ্যারোটা আছে ওইটা আমার সাথে মুভ করে না দ্যাট ডাজেন্ট মুভ উইথ মি সো আই রিয়েলি ডু নট হ্যাভ এনি আইডিয়া যে আমি কোথায় যাচ্ছি বিকজ আমি অনেকবার দেখা যায় যে আমাকে অ্যাড্রেস দেখাচ্ছে যেদিকে আমি তার উল্টা দিকে চলে গেছি বিকজ আই ডোন্ট আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড অ্যান্ড আই এম রিয়েলি ব্যাড অ্যাট লাইক নেভিগেটিং থিং লাইক মাই ইন্টারনাল জিপিএস sucks. Yeah, it sucks. So yeah, I mean, randomly ask kori people like I literally randomly ask to strangers for directions, and I got to meet a lot of people by that, by the way, and I have met a lot of friends just by asking directions. So if you are thinking about how to like make friends within a university, that is a good idea, I could say. And I would say it's good to stick around your campus for this idea because I don't know if you'd like to get to know with strangers on the random streets because that is something I don't feel that comfortable with, but if within my campus I feel more comfortable. So yeah, I'm just randomly ask করি যে এটা কোন দিক ওটা কোন দিকে because most of the time I'm really lost, so I just shamelessly ask them and I talk to people and sometimes I just compliment them, and it's a good way to interact and get to know people. And I would say a lot of people just live in the fear of like how would the person react, like would it be awkward or weird, but no, most of the time isn't. They understand and they try to help, and um, I would say that they try their best to help you and they don't judge that much unless or until they are high, because yeah, when they're high they just sometimes tell like what a silly girl, like that happened to me once. আমি হচ্ছে একটা মেয়েকে জিজ্ঞেস করছিলাম যে is it the correct way that's I'm seeing on the Google map, and she was like yeah, it's correct, just go straight, and I just walked like 2 to 3 steps forward, and then I heard her telling her friends that what a silly girl, and she was smoking a joint. So yeah, it's okay. I understand when people are high they might be a bit mean, but it's okay. And you might wonder why did I ask a girl who was smoking, because I didn't find anyone else on the street, and I prefer talking to a girl on the street than a man, especially at night. That's what my friends also suggested, but it's okay, it's depend. I would say you should read the faces, like you should try to read the vibe which matches with yours and which seems more reliable or friendly. And I guess that thing really worked for me because my friends were also telling me like how did I always manage to find good people, and how everyone always like helps me. I would say like I read faces before I ask for help, so I kind of like do a scan, like a quick scan on the street, then I reach out to them, and you could actually tell like who are willing to help and who are not, because the vibe tells a lot. Because one day আমি হচ্ছে একটা লেডিকে I asked her about direction because there was no one else on the street, like literally no one. So it was a Saturday morning, so yeah, literally no one, everyone parties like crazy on Fridays. I don't, I suck, whatever. So সে আমাকে ডিরেকশন দিছে, I mean like totally the opposite direction. I have to walk a lot, and that day I met some like not so good people. So there's a story about it. They're like the like kind of the First Nation here. আমি জানি না ওয়ার্ডটা ফার্স্ট নেশন কিনা, because they were like the dwellers of this land before they were being colonized. So still they are like not there is a bit political issue and something like that. তাদের রাইট নিয়ে এবং তাদের এডুকেশন নিয়ে কিছু ঝামেলা আছে, and they are kind of like homeless and they are addicted to various different type of things. So um, there is a street I didn't know. ওরা ওখানে সবসময় বসে থাকে, and that day I had a creepy feeling. ওখান থেকে একজন আমাকে হুট করে এসে বলতেছে, "Do you have a cigarette? Can you borrow me a cigarette?" I don't smoke, sorry. And it is weird, like you don't ask for cigarettes on the street to strangers, right? So I was like, what the hell are we talking about? And then she was like, "Oh, I like your pants," because yeah, I was wearing a nice pair of pants, I would say. Like, I really liked them. It was like um chessboard printed, like on red square, so yeah, it looked cool. But then I walked a few steps further, and then there was a group of people. They were asking for money, and they made some comments among them. I don't understand the language, and they were laughing among them, and that was a sort of creepy feeling because there was literally no one on the street. কেউ ছিল না রাস্তায়, and I was walking alone, and I saw that, like, only those other people, they are sitting on the street, and they were smoking, like they were smoking weed and also cigarettes, and they were asking for money and making comments. And like, it happened to me two to three times. And there was a man, he kind of like got up from the place, like he was sitting, and he saw me, and he got up, and he like came to approach me, and I was like, what is happening to me? And I was like really freaked out. I was creeped out mainly. So, but here's the thing, luckily ওইখানেও একটা মেয়ে আমাকে দেখে, and she reached out to me, ও আমার কাছে আসে, and she was like, "Do you need help or something?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm kind of like lost. I don't know I'm supposed to go here. My friend is waiting for me, but আমি এটা খুঁজে পাচ্ছি না." And she was like, "Come with me," and she kind of like escorted me from that place, and literally ওই জায়গাটা পর্যন্ত মানে আমার সাথে হেঁটে যায়, আমাকে নিয়ে যাও literally. And then she was like, "You can go from like straight from here, and you'll be okay. And this road is fine," because that was again inside the campus, and I had went outside of the campus kind of. So yeah, reading vibes are really important. And also আমি হচ্ছে এটাও খেয়াল করছি যে women are really protective of women here. So আমাদের দেশের মতো না যে মোস্ট অফ দ্য টাইম যদি কোনো মেয়ে ঝামেলায় পড়ে, আমরা বেশিরভাগ সময় ইগনোর করে অ্যাভয়েড করে চলে যাই যে আমি নিজে ঝামেলায় পড়তে চাই না। বাট yesterday I was trying to go to the Halloween so-called after party at a student bar that was supposed to be organized by my faculty and biomedical faculty, engineering faculty, and computer faculty, and it looked really cool on the poster. I was like, okay, I'm getting to know some people from my faculty, so let's go there. So I kind of like all dressed up, but when I went there, it was like really empty, and it was dead, and it was boring. But thankfully I had my friends with me. Again, I found them on the street, literally, because I was lost and asked about direction. And luckily I live like really close to a few Bengali girls. They literally live on the same street as me, and one of them are like literally just opposite of me, like, and her roommate is a really nice person. I love you, sure. This is a shout out to you, okay? You're my babe. You're my girl. Yeah, you both are my girl, Farah and Shuru. You're nice. You're the nicest being on earth. No, on Montreal. Oh no, there are a lot of nice people on Montreal, but you are like nice, like pears and apples. Like, I love fruits. I'm a vegetarian, so yeah, that's a shout out to you. And there's also Debubrio. He's my friend, and he is really a nice guy. So he's also like a go-to person for all of us. Like, whenever we fall in some problem, be like, Debo, this, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm on it." And he's just like, there to help all of us. So যাই হোক, there were like, we are 4 people there. So but they did bit nasty thing to me yesterday. They left me, like, they left without me. No, they left me at my home. We're supposed to go like at the bar together, but it was like 3 blocks up, but still we're supposed to go together, but because they know like I get lost, right? But they just left because I was a bit late. But and also they didn't call me before leaving because I told them that I was ready, but still they didn't call me and they just left. So whatever, they're being a bit mean to me. I hate you, whatever. So that's not the thing. So the thing is, I was again lost. I mean, like, I was walking on the wrong direction because Google আমাকে ওইটাই দেখাইতেছিল, গুগলের দোষ। Hate you Google. So whatever, আমি হচ্ছে যা করি যথারীতি দেবকে কল দিলাম, দেবপ্রিয় আমি খুঁজে পাচ্ছি না, খুঁজে যাবো। And he was like, okay, I'm telling you the direction, if this is on this road you go that way. And I was like, what? I don't understand. And there were like 2 girls coming, and they were like, do you need some help? And I told them like, yeah, I want to go to this place. And they're like, oh, we're going that way, so we can just like drop you there. And they literally walked with me. They literally walked with me. It was around 12 and the night, yeah. And they walked with me, and they were like really nice and told me like if I need something or like any help or anything, like just reach out to them, and like if I'm lost again, to call them or something, which is like really nice, right? You're doing it for strangers, and they're also from McGill, like they're also students. But yeah, what I'm trying to tell you that they're nice, and they also like wanted to walk me inside them. So they're super nice. I love you, I love you, I love you guys. Katie and Sarah, I guess I'm not forgetting them, so if I do, I'm sorry. This video is getting really long. I don't know if you guys are like really interested in listening to it, I don't know, but I'll just say whatever I have to say. So আমি জানি না বাংলিশ বিরক্ত হবে কিনা আমার এই বাংলিশ শুনে, I'm sorry. So okay, back to the story. আমি তো গল্প করতে আসছি, ব্ল্যাক অ্যান্ড হোয়াইট একটা ফিল নিয়ে, it looks aesthetic, so please people listen to me. Okay, so it's like kind of like my daily vlog, আমার লাইফে কি হয়েছে তাই আমি ওগুলাই বলতেছি, তো বলবো। So I don't know if you'd feel like a bit boring to you. You can just skip it or you see it, I don't know, like if you're interested or not. So what I was trying to say, that women are like really protective of women here. So at the bar there was a guy who was like, you know, out of his head, like he was so drunk. So he was like literally talking to random people, and he had come to our table before to talk with us, and there were 3 of my friends, so he talked and left. And then me and Shuruk went to take some pictures of him because I was all dressed up like for Halloween, like costumed up. So yeah, we took some pictures, and like Shuruk left, and I was there like maybe trying to take a selfie or something, and that guy came again, and he started talking to me, and I was like, okay. And then he said that he wants to take a selfie, and I was like, okay, because I know I've done cosplays before, and people like to take selfies when you are like, you know, costumed or like dressed up or like cosplaying, so I understand it. But then he kind of like started touching me, which is not okay. So there's this girl, she just noticed it. She just notices because he was trying to initiate a conversation with her as well. She noticed it, and she like kind of like, you know, signed me like if I'm okay, and I'm like and she literally came up and said, you know what, it's getting late, I guess we are leaving, and you should like, it's time to talk to other people. And she was like this, and I was like, thank you girl. And I told her like she like tried to usher me to outdoor, and I was like, I'm with my friends, I'm just gonna go head to that table. And she was like, okay, just go there. And I would say like people are like really protective of you, especially the women, like girls. And yeah, that's the thing. And also it happened to me like other day at my library. So there was a man, I would say he is pretty you know, like middle-aged, kind of like he's doing his double masters or PhD or something. So he was like really chatty, and he started up a talk out of nowhere. I was just crossing the library, I was just trying to get out, and like he literally smiled at me, waved hi, and was like, who's that person? Does he know me? And like, when he got my attention, he just started talking. And so yeah, like talking over everything, like he this and that and Bangladesh and everything, like everything. So there was another woman that I knew from the library also, like she worked in the library, and I met her the first day I came here at the library, and I talked with her because I need some suggestions with my registration or something. So I mean, like we meet like now and then at the library because she works in the library, and I go to a library some a lot. I'm like I go to the library, so we kind of meet and we just talk. Like we didn't even know each other's name, but we just know us by our face. So she is from China and from Bangladesh. We didn't even know that, but we just talked, like people talk, and we just talk like how's life going and stuff like that. And that's how it was. So I waved at her because I was not recognizing her that day because she wears a cap that she was not wearing that day, and she kind of like didn't recognize me as well because I was wearing some dark shirts. She didn't see me in dark shirts before, and like I was wearing some dark clothes, so she didn't notice me in that. So she can kind of like I had a hard time recognizing me, but then she recognized me and we started talking, and that man started talking to her as well. And then we tried to leave, and he insisted that he would just, you know, give me a lift, like he would walk me home. And that just, and then I saw a friend of mine. I waved him hi, and he started up a chat with him as well. And she like asked me like, "Are you okay? I mean, like, do you feel weird or something? Like, is this okay?" And I was like, "I don't know. This man talks a lot. Feels a bit weird." And she's like, "Okay, I got you." And she literally walked with me towards my home, and yeah, and then she just told me like, "Okay, now we can go, and we can leave. Like, it's getting late, and we would just leave." And she just like told me like, "Go." And yeah, like that guy also told me like, "I don't want to know where do you live. I have a lot of things to do and stuff like that." He was talking nonchalant, I mean, like constantly, also nonchalantly, whatever. So yeah, I would say like people would do this kind of thing for you, so that means they're nice. That's it. That means they're nice. And also meet Tori. I also meet Anna Maria. Tori's family is really nice. I love you. And Anna Maria, you have been an angel for me. You don't let me call you mommy or auntie. That's very rude. I know you don't want to look old, and definitely you don't, but just just let me give you the respect that I have for you. Just understand my culture. But I really love you. You're really nice, and I know you always want the good for me, and I cannot thank you enough. And same goes for Tori, auntie, uncle, aunt. All of you are just really nice people. I don't know if I should like name you on my videos, if this is okay with you, like your privacy, but I'm really grateful to all of you guys and everyone in the Sanatan Dharma temple. Like they're like really nice people, and I would say that for me, it's been like 1.5 months in Montreal. It's my 6th week here, and it's a good experience so far. There are a few bad experiences, and there are a few more bad experiences, but I won't bring them up here. But the overall conclusion is people are nice, but helpful. They try to help you, they try to protect you, and আমি জাস্ট জেনুইনলি একটা ট্রাস্টওয়ার্দি ওয়াইফ পাই, অ্যান্ড আই ক্যান ট্রাস্ট দেম ইজিলি। কারণ আমি দেখছি আমি বাংলাদেশে আমার অনেক প্রয়োজন থাকলেও আমি বলতে পারতাম না, কারণ আই ফিল্ড উইয়ার্ড, অ্যান্ড আমার কাছে মনে হতো দ্যাট it's not safe and they would judge me or something like that. I don't know, I just didn't feel comfortable. But ekhane I feel a lot comfortable to reaching out to people, and I feel less weird, and mostly people are comfortable. And the thing is, most of the time, if they can't help you, they won't harm you. So that's the thing I would say. because even the guys, like not only the girls, the guys, আমি সারাক্ষণই ডিরেকশন জিজ্ঞেস করি, এটা জিজ্ঞেস করি মানুষের কাছে, and I have talked with a lot of men, like a lot of guys, and they're also nice, and only few are like who are like follow you and creep you out, stuff like that, and they are mostly like from South Asia. I'm sorry, the Indian dudes, those are the one that you would like to avoid, and few Pakistanis, they're really sticky, and if they see a brown girl, it's good for them, good enough. They really try to stick, which is not cool. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's not cool. So yeah, hear me. If any of you brown guys see this video, hear me out. Do not creep out girls, do not creep out any brown, white, yellow, black, any girls. Like, don't follow us and don't give us your attention, we don't need that. Like, try to read the room, don't do that. If we made eye contact, if you get the signal, only then, but don't try to be sticky. Yeah, that's the one thing I like to avoid. Like, if I see a brown dude on the street, I would just like run, or like avoid, or like I would like pretend that I didn't say anything, and I would just walk. That's what I do, because they will literally stop, talk, check you out, and start a conversation and anything. And the dude that I met in library, he was also from like Assam, I guess. Yeah, but he said that he's Canadian, whatever. Like, he was brown, that's the thing. So yeah, but not all brown guys are bad, don't take the offense, but most of them, it is what it is. Like, at least from my point of view, my experience as a girl and as a brown girl, that is what I faced. And a lot of friends of mine also like kind of agree to the same. Like, I am really good friends with Mai, and she kind of like found a guy on Hinge, I guess, and he was really sticky on the first meet or date or whatever. Like, too sticky. So don't do that, okay? Try to be cool. Try to be cool. Don't stick. Don't keep people out. That's it. So yeah, that's my experience so far. I have already talked like almost half an hour, and I don't know if you're really interested in listening to all this stuff shit. I don't know. If you're just thinking about coming to Montreal as an international student, it might be helpful to you, but I don't know how much. But because it's kind of like my daily life experiences, and it's kind of like a daily vlog where I just talk and chat about like random incidents in my life, and random events that has happened till now, like around a specific topic. So if that works for you, good, and if it does not, I'm sorry. So yeah, that's it. And shout out to Sanatan Dharma Temple, you're really good. And yeah, I like Montreal so far as an international student. It's an like a really international city, so you can find people from like all over the world. And the good thing is you don't get that kind of like racist stares because you're brown most of the time, thankfully, because there are a lot of people who are like Quebecois, but they're brown because they are born and raised here, and they're like living here for one generation or something. So you would see a lot of variety. So people really do not like, you know, assume your ethnicity or like your nationality just by seeing you. So yeah, that's a good thing. But I have like actually encountered some racist stares the day I was wearing a shari for Durga Puja. So yeah, that day I felt like people were a bit, you know, like bit judgmental, because I would say most of the time they smile back to me. I have a really smiley face, and whenever I walk down the street, I kind of like smile at stranger people that I meet, because I have a normal naturally smiley face, okay? And when I walk on the street, I try to enjoy the view, the sky, the trees, and the architecture, and like the sunlight, if it is there, view everything, and until or unless it's raining. I hate that. that's the thing that I really don't like in Montreal. Yeah, I don't like the rain. No, only a few times, but most of the time I had a really bad rain experience because I always run late and it's raining, and it's really hard to manage like an umbrella and then your raincoat and everything, and it's not good. It's not good. I don't like it. So whatever. I have a like genuine, like gratefulness or feeling of like I'm living the life, I'm experiencing new things, so I kind of like appreciation. I have a genuine kind of appreciation, and I smile, like I literally smile at the sky, like wow, what a pretty cloud, or like wow, what a pretty tree, and like wow, that's a cute squirrel. Yeah, and there are a lot of squirrels in our campus, so because there are a lot of trees, and like I literally see squirrels in my balcony. Yeah, so those are the things like I really like to appreciate, and there are like lots of pretty flowers on the street, like here and there and everywhere. So I have a like genuinely smiley face, and people kind of like smile back to me, which is like really nice. You are smiling back to the strangers, you are radiating positive energy. But sometimes they don't, especially when you are wearing some like ethnic attire. So that day I was wearing shari, especially with a tip, and I had written om on the tip. So yeah, I got some like you know not so cool, not so good, not so okay vibe. Like I smiled at people, but they really did not smile back at me, or they kind of like even you know gave me some judgy stares, and I felt bit like an outlander, bit alienated, and bit like like not accepted, I would say. So sometimes it's there, but most of the time, like when I'm wearing things like this, people would like generally smile back at me, and some people would be like more generous than they should have been, and like randomly uh, compliment you, especially when they're high. That's like really a quote. So yeah, a random stranger complimented me, saying that they like what I'm wearing. I understand it's cool, like it's half white, half black, it's black, it's white. So yeah, it's like shada shada kala kala. Like 100% shada shada kala kala. So whatever, like you know which people to avoid, right? When you see someone is not like sane and they're a bit kind of like junky. I don't know if that word is offensive, but they're a bit high, and they're not in their normal sensible state. So they would say things like that. You would just avoid, and it's not like that they would be like very what do you say, like they won't be like very much um persuasive. They won't like really press you to talk or anything, like if you try to ignore or avoid them, so they would let you go. That's what happened to me today too, because today I was going to the temple, and I kind of like felt a bit lost, as I told you. So I was trying to see the direction on Google, and it was being slow, I don't know why. So I was standing at the place for 1 to 2 minutes, and there were two people, one dressed up some like silly costume, like Halloween costume, and one was like normal, I guess, and they were smoking like weed, and he gave me a really creepy smile the moment I like got out of the station. So whatever, I would say, like like whom to avoid. He tried to talk with me first in French. I kind of like avoided, and then he told me like he said like he liked my attire and said thank you so much. And when you say like confidently something to someone, they understand your vibe. So he kind of like stepped back a bit, and then when I was like standing there waiting, and he kind of tried to ask me like, do I need any information, or like if I'm looking for something, and I kind of like just avoided him because I know whom to avoid, right? So yeah, and then I just like saw it on the Google. It took a while, but yeah, and then I just walked to my like designated place, destination, whatever. So yeah, uh that's it, you know, whom to like approach to, whom to avoid. But overall, that's it. That's my experience from sixth week in Montreal, and I'll wrap it up. It's already a too long video. I don't know if it'd be boring, and I don't even know if someone would watch that total thing. I don't think so, but still I'm putting it out. For why? Because I feel like that's it. That's it. That's what YouTubers do. We do a lot of things that nobody cares about. Like a lot of people do a lot of things that nobody cares about. But if only one people like kind of get any help from it, any insight or anything as an international student, I'd be happy to help. And also, if you have any specific questions about Montreal or international study or being a student, maybe in McGill or maybe even at Concordia, because I have a lot of friends in Concordia and I could study or research a little bit and kind of like help you out if you have specific questions only, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to be a lot of help. So, and if you have any like generic questions, I'll make a video of like FAQ, and you can just search that up. And but if you have like specific questions about your specific subject or anything, like anything specific, you can comment or knock me on my Instagram, because I am like active on Instagram. Also do have a Facebook page. You can also knock me there. And I would say like try to avoid knocking to my personal ID, because I get a lot of spam messages. I really do not like to answer them there, because it's just a lot to go through. So I would say if you really need some help regarding your study in like any Quebec institutions, ask me specific questions. I'll try to ask my friends, and I have even friends from University de Montreal and UQAM. So but those are like French schools, so you should remember that. But if you have anything specific, you can ask me, like the living cost, expenses, or anything. Like if you have anything specific, just ask me in this comment section or on my uh, Insta or like Facebook page. I'll try to get back to you, and I'll try my best to help you. And you can even also like book a session with me regarding your like study procedure to like visa application. Like if you have any specific question, you need some information, because I did everything on my own and I just took help from my friends and um, like on internet. So I would try to help you with whatever resources I have. So if you have anything like that, and if you want specific answers, or like you want to walk through the process with me, you can book an appointment. We can do that. But I would say like please give me something back in return, maybe even a little bit, because it takes time. So it's a lot of toiling work, and paperwork are like really heavy. I know I have done my visa paperwork documents, they're so heavy. So I appreciate that you um, respect my time, energy. And you know, it's hard to live as an international student. It's not easy to live alone. So I'll make another video about that, and it's getting already very long. So yeah, I'll just wrap it up today, and bye. Have a good night, good day, bonsoir, bonsoir, bonjour, and have a great weekend, and stay well, stay happy, and bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Good night. That's it from Moumita in Montreal today. Good night. Bye. Bye. Bye.